Hey there everybody, welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Last time we finished the game, but we left a few things to do afterwards. So, welcome to the first of 2 bonus episodes that I actually have planned at the moment. Anyway, and first of all we are going to load up a save file that, as you can see, I've put a bit of work into. So this is what we bet the game on. I've got quite a bit of levels and money put behind that. Another 10 hours of gameplay. And again, that is so we can clear up the item synthesis, and also so we can fight a few of these secret bosses, which will be in the other bonus episode, in case you came here to do that. And I don't want to be here in the Olympus Coliseum, so I'm going to go all the way back to Traverse Town to start off. As always, I think the first thing we should start off with is the item synthesis. So, here we are in the item synthesis shop, and of course, first of all, the Moguls are still cute as always, but we still have 3 things left to make here, and I've made sure that I grabbed all the materials that I needed to do so. So first off, the Phanta Sister, one of the best weapons for Donald. Next off, the 7 Elements, one of the best weapons for Goofy. And finally, the Ultima weapon, which is the Ultima keychain, I think it's actually called. No, it's actually called the Ultima weapon. And trophy, because that's everything synthesized. So the Ultima weapon looks awesome, and it is awesome. Max MP goes up by 2, and it has even more attack power than what we have, so we might even be able to find something else with more, maybe. Although, actually, is there anything else? No, that is the max amount of both magic and attack, so definitely going to keep that on for the rest of it. Phanta Sister lowers strength by heaps, but MP goes up by 3. I am actually going to put that on Donald because MP is a lot more useful than strength for him in Proud Mode, especially this late. And the 7 Elements for Goofy does the same sort of thing. That actually looks really weird. Kind of cool how we can actually see corresponding symbols for the elements, but interesting. Anyway, I will put that on him as well, although he probably won't end up using it. You're pretty good at this. You are hereby a master Sora became a master synthesist? Just kidding, Kupo. Oh, but I want to be a master synthesist. I don't know if I'm even saying that correctly. Anyway, that is everything synthesized, which is perfect. We now have some great weapons. And next off, we are heading straight to Geppetto's house, and to see if I've killed enough Heartless to get some more things. And I haven't. I don't think I've got everything, but I will be or to show off what you can get on screen right now, including a brief picture of what it looks like. Next off, as I'm showing those on screen, I'm going to make my way back to the 100 Acre Wood, because there is actually something there that I forgot. And I actually didn't forget because I never knew about it until I was looking up some things recently. But on our way there, you can see I finally worked out how Super Glide works. So Super Glide is just a much faster glide, but you hold down the square button, not the circle one. So that might have helped with the boss fight against Ansem, but we're okay. We made it through that. Now, 100 Acre Wood, where is it? There you are. It looked weird because it was closed. Is it always closed, actually? Now I'm curious about that too. I mean, it will be now that we finished it at least. Oh well. And I just want to head to Pooh's house. I think. I actually don't know where. It just said 100 Acre Wood, so I'm assuming this place is okay. And what I want to do is completely skip over Pooh and come talk to Owl. You've been a great help, Sora. Thank you. You helped Pooh get honey from the bees, and you found all of us when we were lost. We can't thank you enough. You're always welcome here. What? Everything I saw said that Owl gives me something. I'm gonna talk to Pooh then. Okay. Pooh? No? Let me check that. Oh. Okay. Wow. So, the requirements for Sora to get this certain thing from Owl is a lot higher than I thought. So if I head into my journal and come look at Minigames, so if I look at all of these, Pooh's Honey Hunt, I have a lot. So in order to get, so what you do get, first of all, you get an ability for Sora, you get Clear. Both Donald and Goofy have it, and Sora is the last one to get it. But for Block Tigger, you need to block him at least 100, you need at least 150 points, so you better get good at saving those carrots. For Pooh's Swing, you need at least 40 yards. Oh, I was so close to that. And for Tigger's Giant Pot, you need it within 30 seconds. I assume that means without missing it once. Maybe there's a crazy mechanic there. And for the Muddy Path, you need within 5 minutes, so I did get that one at least. Then you go talk with Owl, and then you will get Sora's Cheer ability. No, go away. I don't want to go in there. Now, speaking of minigames, I think it's time to head off to one I've neglected for almost the whole Let's Play. Let's head off to Deep Jungle. Okay, so now that we are in Deep Jungle, we have the Jungle Slider minigame, which I held off for a long time. Now, this actually becomes a bit more of a minigame once you complete Deep Jungle and seal the keyhole there, which we did a very, very long time ago. But once you do that, these fruits will now appear. All you have to do is slide into them to collect them. And collecting all 10 on a section will give you a reward. And then you have to restart the minigame if you want this second path, which I am taking here, to open up. Now that first section does give you an elixir, however, it didn't show up because I've already done the first 4 sections, there are 5 in total, and I thought I'd save the 5th one for last, as I do have to go through each one multiple times when just doing all of them. So I thought I'd just go through like the last one where I go through all of them actually. But basically, after completing one section, you then have to restart the minigame, and then you complete that first section and then the next one. And then like restart again and so on and so on. So I usually damage boost set to get that last fruit. Pretty hard to get sometimes, and I want to go left here, I think. Please let me be right. And for completing that section, you get an AP up. Okay, I was right. Thank goodness. Anyway, this is the 3rd section, my favourite out of all of them. You go fast, it's easy to get the fruits, and they line up nicely, and it's just very simple. I like it. Anyway, like, that was it. That was section 3. Holding to the right here to go up and further onwards. And you can see the timer there, the record it's showing. That record is showing where I left, like, the route where I actually went the other way to finish the minigame. And here in the 4th one, it's a bit harder, it's tighter. And whoa, I almost missed that fruit there. Oh, that scared me. Anyway, as you can see, yeah, they do like change the position or the numbering of the fruits you get. So please let me get all of these. There we go. And to the left. Now I do need to get all of them as well. It's not just, oh, I need to get the 10 in the last section. Anyway, that, by the way, the 3rd one gave you a dark matter, and that one gives you a defense up. And this one is a lot harder. I haven't done this one yet, so I really want to get these. And, whoa, I thought I could fall off there. Last one! Yes! And that gives me a power up. That is all 5 of them done. So let's just head down. Actually, if I hit quit, because you get the reward before actually falling off, hitting quit will just oh, I meant to hit restart and quit. Darn it. if I hit restart and then quit, it takes me to the camp, and then I can just leave the world a lot easier. Anyway, with that, I will meet you guys in the Olympus Coliseum for something a bit different. So, here we are in the Olympus Coliseum, and first of all, first thing I want to make sure of, there is a pot back here. If I examine it, it is empty right now. However, I believe that appears after completing the Hades Cup, and it is in fact the Hades Cup itself, not just that blue thing you get in there. And inside you find an elixir or something like that. Anyway, that's not why we came here. We came here to talk about minigames as always. So, in all of these cups, not these mysterious two, that is in the next bonus episode, but in these cups, we have the ability to enter together, which we do on the first time through. Then we can enter alone as just Sora, and then we can enter with a time limit. Now, Phil sets a time limit, I can't do that, and usually it's about 5 minutes, but like sometimes it can get tired, especially on like the Hercules Cup. I finished it with 1 second left. That was close. Whew. Anyway, then you can choose your opponent, where you can actually pick the very specific fight, which is pretty nice if you're going for like EXP. Like I can go into the Hades Cup, and as you can see I haven't done these yet, but I could like go into the Hades Cup and go like, I want to fight the Rock Titan, because he gives me lots of experience. Now, I am going to show off these a bit more for you guys, and of course I will do this with the Hades Cup, the hardest of them all. First I'll do it with Sora alone, and then I'll do it as the time trial. And trust me, you want to do it at least with the Hades Cup. You get extremely good rewards, and to spoil what they are for you right now so you don't get bored and leave, they are the best weapons for Donald and Goofy. So yeah, you want to get them. That's better than these. And before I do that, again, I am a much higher level now. I didn't go max level because I thought the Olympus Coliseum would do that, and that's in preparation for the next episode in particular, but I do want to be able to knock out the time trial quickly. So I'll just show off my equipment. So here is Sora. I really like these pieces of equipment here, and I keep them on at all times when I can. By the way, when I was getting levels, I just chucked these on instead and changed a few abilities. For Donald, I have the Moogle Badge and the Heart Guard. And for Goofy, I have these 4 here. Can't be bothered saying them all out loud. There is probably better I can put on those 2, but it's fine for now. As for abilities, here is Sora's. So, I got a lot of combo pluses. Basically, just you get another attack in your combo before your finisher. Air combo plus, I might get a couple more of them as a level up. I think I got some more critical pluses. Vortex is a new ability too, and that is basically you close in on an enemy. Same with aerial sweep, I think, but like it's a bit hard to see what Vortex does. Blitz again, finishing combo. Gravity Break is a new one, 30% chance for a gravity finishing combo. Anything else that is new? Quite a few more tech boosts. And then Ripple Drive is new, haven't got that equipped though. And then, I could equip this, but I won't. And then for Donald, we have all of this. Second chance isn't on, because he'll die anyway. Evolution for Goofy isn't on either, just because there's no point in him giving up all his MP. If he just gives up 1 MP to give us MP and Donald cures, that's fine. And shared, yeah, that's always on. And the items. So, going into I have a power up I can use, better use that. So going into items. Now, I have a lot of elixirs, that is from defeating defenders in particular. Really want to make sure you defeat them. I also have quite a few mega elixirs. You can craft both of these in the item synthesis, and I highly recommend you get a lot of these. Now, I've put Sora's inventory to be only elixirs at this point because I have enough of them. Like, that's 20 plus the 10 or so I have on Sora, so I actually have about 30. So, or however many Sora can actually equip. So I highly recommend you just start using these. Fully restores your HP and MP. It's basically, it's a cure, but when you're out of magic. And then you can keep using cure. Last thing I want to go over, here's my customized thing for Sora and Donald and Goofy. They haven't really changed across the whole thing, I don't think. And so there's my individual stats for Sora. And I could have just shown off everything here. Wow, that would have been so much easier. Whoops. Oh well. And going into the journal quickly. I'm just going on a bit, so I don't know if I'll cut any of this out. As you can see, I have completed the Chronicles and the Minigames. Chronicles was after completing 100 Acre Wood actually, so no surprise there. But with Minigames, that's because I did go into the Olympus Coliseum. You only have to do, like, enter in as Sora alone for one of these, I think. Or maybe it's enter in the time trial. And the moment you do that, the minigames section is complete. And there's just a few things left. Now, I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me just doing the Hades Cup 2 more times. You've seen me do it once. So I'm going to have it playing in the background, but I'm going to have myself, my future self in fact, reading the Anthems report. Or at least the first 10 entries of it. There are 3 more that are new additions to Final Mix, so if you have the original on PS2, you won't have them. Of course, I don't even have them at this point, because they are all obtained from the secret bosses in the next bonus episode, as I keep saying. So yeah, I'll read out the first 10, 5 in the Sora Alone and 5 in the time trial, I reckon. Or something like that. And let you guys in on the backstory between, in Kingdom Hearts 1. With that, it's time to take on the Hades Cup. Again, let's do this. Or alone. I'll do this. Here we go. Take it away, future me. Number 1. Much of my life has been dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. That knowledge has guarded this world well. Not a soul doubts that. I am blessed with people's smiles and respect. But though I am called a sage, there are things I do not understand. I believe darkness sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Given the chance, the smallest drop can spread and swallow the heart. I have witnessed it many times. Darkness. Darkness of the heart. How is it born? How does it come to affect us so? As ruler of this world, I must find the answers. I must find them before the world is lost to those taken by the darkness. Number 2. It is my duty to expose what this darkness really is. I shall conduct the following experiments. Extract the darkness from a person's heart. Cultivate darkness in a pure heart. Both suppress and amplify the darkness within. The experiments caused the test subject's heart to collapse, including those of the most stalwart. How fragile our hearts are. My treatment produced no signs of recovery. I can find those who had completely lost their hearts beneath the castle. Some time later, I went below and was greeted by the strangest sight. Creatures that seemed born of darkness. What are they? Are they truly sentient beings? Could they be the shadows of those who lost their hearts in my experiments? Number 3. The shadows that crawl beneath the castle. Are they the people who lost their hearts? Or incarnations of darkness? Or something entirely beyond my imagination? All my knowledge has provided no answer. One thing I am sure of is that they are entirely devoid of emotion. Perhaps further study will unlock the mysteries of the heart. Fortunately, there is no shortage of test samples. They are multiplying underground even as I write this report. They still need a name, those who lack hearts. I will call them the Heartless. Number 4. The Heartless appear in groups, and are multiplying rapidly. I've provided them both living and non-living samples. they've responded only to the living. They seem to multiply after absorbing something from the living creatures. Their prey vanishes without a trace. I believe the heartless are taking hearts. They are born from those who've lost their hearts and thrive on hearts seized from others. The hearts taken by the heartless become heartless themselves. Though I lack proof, I'm confident in this hypothesis. I must also study their behavioral principles. Though they lack emotions, they do seem to have some intelligence. How to communicate with them? It's just occurred to me. Could they be the darkness in people's hearts? Number 5. To study the heartless behavior, I picked one out for observation. It wiggled its antenna and, as if sensing a target, headed deep into the castle. In the deepest part of the castle, its antenna began vibrating, as if searching for something. Suddenly, a strange door appeared. I'd never known of its existence. It had a large keyhole, but didn't seem to be locked, so I opened the door. What I saw on the other side mystified me. What was that powerful mass of energy? That night, I observed a great meteor shower in the sky. Could it be related to the door that I've opened? Okay, so here I am, finally at the end of the Hades Cup. Against the Rock Titan, alone against Sora. And gonna break up those answer reports here, keeping it mildly interesting. And while I was doing the Hades Cup alone with Sora, I got more experience than I thought. And Sora finally reached level 100. I meant to jump on its head now. Sora finally reached level 100. Now that Sora has reached level 100, I won't be getting any more new abilities, but I did get a trophy on the PS3 for reaching level 100, which was very nice of the game to give me that. So I also got a couple of abilities with that. Now I haven't been able to equip them yet, of course, but had a few close calls actually in this one. The hard thing about fighting alone as Sora is that Donald won't be curing you, Goofy won't be giving you any magic, so you can just like run out of health and not realize it. And I tried to get through that without using any elixirs. I did, but really had some close calls because of that, especially with Hades. Hades was quite tough, even with Sora being level 100. But with that, we have completed it, and we get our reward. There we go. Donald obtained Save the Queen. No, I do not want to start over. Save the Queen is the best staff, and although it didn't appear, although it didn't quite appear there, I did get a trophy, I do believe, saying that I have got every staff there is, so most of these really terrible ones I did buy from the shop, up until the Grand Mallet, I believe, and got a few of these. Wizard's Relic, very low chance they drop from Wizards. I got 2 of them, as you can see. But they saved the Queen. Let's get right into this one. Raises max MP by 2, so 1 less than this one, but its strength is really good. It's a great balance between some of the others. Now, Goofy needs his. I'm sure you guys can take a guess at what Goofy's is called. But let's head in, let's set a time limit, and I will cut back to future me talking and speed through some of the fights. 20-minute time limit though, wow. So we have 20 minutes, of course I don't believe that's ticking through, and I can actually use my lightning. Lightning is overpowered and I pretty much one-shot almost every enemy. Wyverns I think are some of, and large bodies are some of the enemies that take 2 hits. But I can pretty much one-shot, and I'm certain that Goofy will just give me back some magic if I use it all. So that's very good having Goofy and Donald back on our team. Anyway, let's read the next of the Ansem reports. Number 6. A massive core of energy lay beyond the door sought by the Heartless. It may be the ultimate goal of the Heartless. But what is that energy? I have devised a hypothesis, based upon my observations of the Heartless. The Heartless feed on others' hearts, and they yearn for that energy core. That thing beyond the door must be a heart, too, the heart of this world. There is no proof, but, having felt that immense energy, I am certain. That was the heart of the world. The Heartless are trying to take hearts not only from all living creatures, but from the planet itself. But what do they mean to do with the heart of the world? Number 7. I am studying material from the meteors that rained down that fateful night. What a find! The material is foreign to our world. It is elastic to the touch, and when two pieces are combined, they bond easily. None of the records even mention such a substance. Was it introduced to this world when I opened the door? I wonder how many other materials drift through the atmosphere of this tiny world. I wish I could soar off and find out. Could there be uncharted worlds up there? My curiosity never ceases to grow. But I should stop speaking of such unrealistic dreams. For now, there is no way to venture outside this world. My people and I are all but prisoners of this tiny place. Number 8. There is no doubt that the Heartless are deeply connected to the people's hearts. Further study may unravel both their motivations and the mystery shrouding the heart. As a start, I have built a device that artificially creates Heartless. By recreating the conditions that spawn the Heartless naturally, I should be able to produce them artificially. This device is the culmination of all my research thus far. The machine's test runs successfully created a Heartless. This may be a step toward creating a heart from nothing. The artificially and naturally created Heartless showed nearly identical traits, but the two types remain distinct for the purpose of the experiment, so I will mark the ones that are created artificially. Ansem's Report 9. Simply astonishing. Today I had a guest from another world. He is a king, and his vessel is built of the material that composed the meteors. He called the pieces gummy blocks. It seemed that my opening the door has opened a path to interworld travel. We talked for countless hours, but one story in particular caught my interest. That of a key called the Keyblade. The Keyblade is said to hold phenomenal power. One legend says its wielder saved the world, while another says he wrought chaos and ruin upon it. I must know what this Keyblade is. A key opens doors. It must be connected to the door I have opened. Ansem's Report 10. Just as people have hearts, so do worlds. The same can be said of stars in the night sky. And deep within each world lies a door to its heart. The Heartless desire those hearts, born out of darkness in people's hearts. They seek to return to a greater heart. Yes, that's it. The Heartless come from people's hearts, as does the darkness. Is the core of the world's heart the world of the Heartless? I will pursue the answer then and become all-knowing. My path is set. I shall seek out the wielder of the Keyblade, and the princesses. My body is too frail for such a journey, but I must do this. I will cast it off and plunge into the depths of the darkness. That is all 10. Hope you enjoyed them, and as you can see, the backstory, it takes place quite a bit of time. The world he is in is Hollow Bastion, as Leon and the others have hinted at, and the Heartless that were artificially created, those are the Emblem Heartless, and the majority of the Heartless we're actually fighting, but there are a few like the Shadows which stand out from them. Anyway, let's head back to the tournament. And again, I have made it to the Rock Titan, the final round of the Hades Cup. And, as you can see, I have quite a bit of time left. Didn't have much trouble at all with Donald and Goofy on my side. They actually make things a lot easier than I thought they do at this point. But Donald got his final level up, I think. So everyone's now level 100, which is awesome for the next episode at least. But as you can see, this is going to be a reasonably quick fight. Although again, like, he still takes quite a bit of damage. So your timer, like, I've probably spent over a minute at this point. I can't even remember what it was at. It was 6 minutes something. But, like, as you can see, he's going down pretty quickly. Plenty of time to spare. So really, the Hercules Cup is your biggest... could be your biggest problem if you're not higher leveled. Because, like, seriously, with Hercules and Cloud in that one, it can be very close. But with that, we have got the final piece of equipment for Goofy, Save the King, and Donald is stealing the spotlight there. But I believe there is my trophy, Master Defender. That is every shield for Goofy. And if we take a look at that, a lot more strength. Oh, look at how nice it is. Not as nice as Save the Queen, but raises max MP by 2. Again, that is one less than that other one we have from the Moogles, but definitely worth it. And with that, that only leaves one thing left. And as you can see, now there are a few things left in the characters, although you won't see them in characters 1 and 2, but there are 2 Heartless there. We have just a few epic boss fights coming up in the next episode though, because they truly deserve their own episode. So, if you are ready, join me in the next bonus episode. See you guys next time. This is Spiraling Helix signing off. Bye bye.